Hey guys, Scott Dispel here, dispelmusic.com. Welcome to my humble studio here in icy cold Cleveland, Ohio, on the shores of Lake Erie, where the specters of the early Vikings and the Skraelings roam the moors during the full moon. So, dispelmusic.com, if you like anything Gothic or medieval or fantasy, or maybe you play the Forbidden Game, Dungeons and Dragons, or Magic the Gathering, or you just like cool, middle-aged, dark, medieval stuff, you're in the right spot. That's what we love, and that's what we write our music about. So today, I wanted to share a little bit about what we have going on and the upcoming album, Inferno. So stick around. Hey guys, Scott Dispel here, dispelmusic.com. It is almost spring. The snow has started to melt, so super excited about that. And today I wanted to give you an update. It's been a minute since I've been in touch with you guys. So I've been incredibly busy, but I had to pull myself away from my responsibilities and make sure I cut a video. Please hit like and subscribe below. It really does help with YouTube's algorithm, helps get our music out in front of more people, and that's what we want to do, is share our music. So today I thought I'd continue about our first album lore. This is a conceptual album about the hero's journey. So today we are halfway through the album. We're talking about the hero's journey here. So today I wanted to talk about the gift of the goddess. So that is the stage where you have a helper, or in this case a mentor, or in this case a goddess. And so the whole concept behind this was when you go on your hero's journey, you're going to meet challenges and tests, and you're going to almost feel like you're defeated, and the universe will provide a helper or a teacher, or in some cases, in our case, a goddess, to kind of help you along on your journey. Maybe give you that extra boost. Maybe they give you a secret to unlock a key to your success. So that's the whole idea behind it. So the song is called Gift of the Goddess, and actually it is an instrumental. So I love sacred choral music, early, medieval, middle age, choir, the stuff you'd hear maybe in a cathedral. And I totally can imagine being in this like completely huge Gothic cathedral and this amazing choir singing sacred choral music. Really resonates with my soul. So I wanted to put some of that style on the album to reflect like the deeper transformation of the soul, and I think sacred choral music nails that. The piece in particular was written in Latin, and so I modeled it after In Felix Ego, which was a meditation by Girolamo Savonarola, who was burned at the stake in 1492 as a heretic. So while he was in prison, they broke all the bones in his body except for his right arm so he could sign his confession. And obviously under that kind of duress, you're going to sign anything. So during that, while he was in prison and after he had been tortured, he was so ashamed of himself that he succumbed to the pain that he wrote this beautiful meditation called Felix Ego. So that was the inspiration behind the song number 5, Gift of the Goddess, Andante in B flat. So there's kind of the background story, and it's a pretty interesting story. This guy was a very pious friar, and of course the church can't have like brilliant, wise people questioning their authority, and so they tortured him and ultimately burned him at the stake. So it's a crazy, but that's how barbaric Gothic times were. So that's the inspiration behind the song, and so I wanted to do him a little justice and show him some respect. So that's the story behind song number 5, written in Latin and it's about the stage of the hero's journey where you have a helper or a mentor, or in this case a goddess, comes and helps you on your journey, helps you to succeed because you've taken the hero's journey. And when you take the hero's journey, you know, there's challenges and it's tough, but you grow from it. So today I wanted to share some footage. For those of you who stuck around, I want to share some footage. I did some miking of the acoustic kit, and we are working right now on Twitch so we can get live streaming up and going. Our singer Raven C is going to be coming to the studio. So she's flying to the country, and we're going to record the vocals for the Inferno album. So we really can't wait. We've been working on this so hard. In fact, I was mixing in the studio here for the last 4 hours getting it ready. So when she's in town, we are really hoping to have Twitch up and going so we can do some a live concert for you guys. So I know I asked a lot of you guys on Facebook, hey, if we do this, are you going to support us? If we're going to figure this out and make it happen, we'd like to know that our tribe is there to support us and watch us, and we want to share our music with you. So that's the gist. So I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to show you just some, you get to see the acoustic kit, what it looks like, a little bit of miking, and yeah, so that's the gist. So stick around. We're working our butts off. Inferno album is coming next, and actually in March, the first week of March, we are releasing our first single from Inferno. It is going to be on Spotify. So if you go to our Facebook page, and I'll put it below, there's a link where you can pre-save it. And that helps us so much because it shows Spotify's algorithm that people are interested in this song. And again, they're going to show it to more people. And that's the name of the game with all of this. With YouTube, with Facebook, with Instagram, and with hopefully soon with Twitch, and also with Spotify. The more engagement your content gets, or our band content gets, the more they're going to push it out to people who might enjoy it. So that is our goal. So again, you guys rock. Stay warm. It's almost spring, and we appreciate you and your support. Thank you. Hey guys, Scott Dispel here, dispelmusic.com. So today we're in the studio. I'm going to be recording some drums for one of our favorite bands. It's called Maldoran. So we want to send a shout out to Leo from Maldoran. So check them out on Facebook or YouTube. It's Maldurin, just like it sounds. And I'm going to be doing some drum tracks for Maldoran. And Leo from Maldoran actually did some guitar tracks for us on our upcoming Inferno album. And one of those exact songs is going to be released at the end of March. It's called Journey to Limbo. And it's the first track on the Inferno album. And it's the first taste of Dante's Inferno. And the top layer is Limbo. So Leo did some amazing guitar work for us there. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And as we get closer to the release date, I will leave a Spotify pre-save link on our Facebook page, which is a great place to follow us. At Dispel Music on Facebook, I do most of my communication through there, and then we post all our videos and stuff on YouTube, which this is where this video will be. But today I'm going to just mic this. I'm going to mic the drums, give you a little behind the scenes of how you mic the drums properly, and then I'm going to be tracking some drums for Maldoran. So it's a big honor for me, and I'm really excited. And I hope this leads to other things in the future where we start collaborating on a more regular basis. So we'll see. But right now, thank you for joining me. Stick around. We're going to mic the drums. And yeah, hopefully you'll learn something. And it's my honor to share it with you. So let's get into it. pickle in the middle, and there is one mic. Get the high end. I plan on going cymbals switching between ride cymbal and hi-hat. Next, let's do this big tom since we're over here. We'll see if we can get away with this mic, although it does look a little high. Looks a little high. It's not going to do me any favors if I'm going to have to do a boom and boom. 2 boom stands. I might have to. Well, I think this the right side. I'm definitely going to speed this up. Clockwise to tighten. Righty tighty. Okay, so we want the SM58 for the snare for sure. There we go. The Sennheiser will do me some justice. Be like that, it's got to be like this. I'll have to put a piece of tape on there to secure that. Alright, more spaghetti cable, lots of cable, and then what we're going to do is we are going to run, what the fuck? So I just got this bass drum mic. This is a CAD KM212. Now supposedly some people complain it doesn't have a lot of that click, the click end of the bass drum sound. Like a lot of times in metal, when you got that double bass, you got that little click attack. Kind of like a little bit of higher end of the wavelength to give it a little more projection through the song. So we're going to find out if that's true or if it's just people who don't know how to mix properly. We're going to find out. And I actually have a story about a bass drum mic. So we played in New York, and this is when I was playing drums for TextBeak. I'm going to sit down for this story. So this was in New York. I was playing drums for TextBeak, and it was at a club called Hollow. Real cool club, except for the 3 flights of stairs you had to go down with the equipment. And so when we got there, we set everything up. The sound man threw the bass drum mic inside the bass drum, and we played the set. And then after us was just a bunch of DJs. So they already set up in front at a table. So we left all the band gear as was. So great night. DJs are playing. There was a couple DJs. We left our band the lights. I brought the lighting for the show. So every show I'd set up the lighting. We had a pre-programmed light thing, which worked out really cool. So every now and then I'd go back to the stage behind the DJ and change the lights, or put them on the wall or on the ceiling just to mix it up between DJs. And at the end of the night, we've had a couple cocktails, and I'm going to tear down the equipment, and I go to move the bass drum, and I forgot the microphone was in it, and the mic cable tore the bass drum head, which is like a $40 mistake. I had to replace the bass drum head. So that's my bass drum mic story in New York at a club called Hollow. So yeah, I just happened to remember that, and I don't want to make that mistake again. So I guess I will always appreciate a sound man who has the little bass drum mic stand where he just clips the bass drum mic in front of the bass and it's got his own little stand, because then that problem won't happen again. Or I could just pay better attention. So that would also be good. Alright, so this is my bass mic. Then let's do the snare. So I've got a Shure 58 here. It's supposed to be a really good all-around microphone and can be used for snare.